What's going on YouTube? Today I'd like to do a quick unboxing of Gran Turismo Sport. This is the limited edition for PlayStation 4, and as you can see on the packaging, it is PlayStation VR compatible. Now a lot of the PlayStation 4 games that recently released have this on the box to let you know that it is compatible with the PlayStation VR. Now I also received this nice little Gran Turismo GT Sport plush dice set from Best Buy. So this, it's a $15 value, so you can hang it up in your car. I don't really plan on doing so. I don't really like big objects in my way while I'm driving. But either way, I'll probably keep this as a gift or just hold on to it. So as you can see here, it's still brand new. Haven't unboxed it yet, so I'd like to do an unboxing as I mentioned. And on the back, you see that the limited edition includes the steelbook case, a livery sticker pack, 1 million in game credit, GT Sport themed avatars. It looks like there's 30 different kinds. The GT Sport starter pack, which looks like it includes 8 cars, and of course the racing driver helmet. So basically, that's what the limited edition includes. It's only $10 more. This normally runs for $69.99, and I was able to get it on sale for $38.99 when Best Buy had it on sale for Cyber Monday. Now, the limited edition is only $10 more than the standard edition, which obviously is $59.99. So, as you can see, I do have the main competitor to the Gran Turismo series, Forza Motorsport 7. Also, this is the Ultimate Edition, which is also a steelbook case. So I'll actually be comparing the two today for this video. So let's take a look here. Let's unwrap the Gran Turismo game here. So let's just cut that open right there with a knife. Alright, so just have to remove this saran wrap really quick. Alright. So basically, when you compare this to the base Gran Turismo Sport, it's not really, for $10, it's not really that much. There's not that much included unless you're a collector. As I mentioned, you do get that nice, steelbook case that I'll be showing in a moment, and the sticker pack, the in-game credits and whatnot. So let's slide this guy out. So there's the steelbook case. It's really nice. Has a nice little shine to it. And the back of it, as you can see, this is the vehicle that's on the cover of GT Sport. I believe it's a Mercedes. It might be a different vehicle. I'm not entirely sure. But you have the GT Sport logo up top. And what I really like is on the side of the case, you have the PlayStation 4 logo with Gran Turismo Sport written on there. Now let's pop open this case. Alright, so as you can see, there's the base Gran Turismo Sport game. And you do have the limited edition DLC. So basically, you don't get too much, as I mentioned. You get an 8-car starter pack, million in green credits, livery editor pack, and racing helmet. So apparently this is a $60 value. I mean, hey, that's pretty neat. But, compared to the base game, I would just go with the base game unless you enjoy getting the steelbook case and whatnot. So that's pretty much the unboxing. I'm not going to show the other side of this because that's where the DLC code is. Let's take a look at Forza Motorsport 7 on the Xbox One. Now, Forza Motorsport 7, this is the Ultimate Edition. It includes, it's $100 or $99.99, and it includes the VIP pass or the car pack. Basically, it has 6 different car packs, so every month, Turn 10 will release DLC for Forza Motorsport 7, and that is included with the car pass with the Ultimate Edition, which is pretty neat. The VIP membership also gives you bonus credits, so if you're racing, if you complete a race, you earn 6,000 credits. You earn 6,000 more for completing that race, which is pretty neat. So you also get the steel case. It doesn't look as good as Gran Turismo Sport does, the black and gold and the holographic, but it's still pretty nice. On Xbox One, your games are on the left side, and here's the DLC. And as I mentioned, it includes the Forza Motorsport 7 car pass, the Day 1 pack, and the VIP membership. Now, with VIP membership, you get additional driver gear. So you have like a driver suit that has different colors that say VIP, which is pretty neat. And you got a bunch of crates, which kind of sucks in Forza 7. I don't really like buying crates. It's kind of like how the whole Star Wars Battlefront 2 conspiracy and all that crap. But either way, in my opinion, there's a lot more content in Forza 7. You get more vehicles, 700 vehicles, and that's being added onto monthly. And you also get a bunch of different car packs, as I mentioned. I believe when I first played Forza 7, I got the Fast and Furious car pack. So you get like the Dodge Demon from, I think it's Furious 7. So that's pretty neat. Now, when you compare both games, Gran Turismo Sport and Forza Motorsport 7, in my opinion, you have more content in Forza 7, so more vehicles, more races, basically more things to do. Whereas in Gran Turismo Sport, there isn't, right there it says right on the bottom of the case, it says internet required for most functionality. Now that's really, really disappointing because Gran Turismo has always been, the main racing sim where you play through the career mode, you collect a bunch of different cars. But this time around, they basically went with kind of like an online only mode, which is kind of disappointing. Whereas Forza 7, you don't really need internet to enjoy most of the game. So that's kind of the main difference. Now, you also get only 165 cars, I believe, in Gran Turismo Sport, and as I mentioned, 700 in Forza 7. Now, the car list is lacking on Gran Turismo Sport, which is funny, because Gran Turismo usually has more cars than Forza does, but this time around, the series, for whatever reason, they switched places. But as I mentioned, you get weather effects, you get realistic damage in Forza 7, you can swap your engine, you can swap from all-wheel drive to front-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive in Forza 7. So there's a lot more things you can customize in Forza 7. You can even do different designs on your vehicle. You can add, different logos on your vehicle. You can even submit it online for other people to use, which is pretty neat. And you can also download different popular designs from other people. Now, I'm not sure if they have that in Gran Turismo Sport yet. I've only played a little bit of the game, but from what I've seen, they did add a bare bones career mode, where it was kind of like, it looked like Gran Turismo 3, where you pick, like, say, the Nürburgring, and there's different sections that you can play it on, and once you complete it, you get credits. So it does seem like a bare bones career mode, but the gameplay itself is really nicely well done. The graphics look amazing. If you're playing on the basic PlayStation 4 and you're playing Forza Motorsport 7 on the basic Xbox One, Gran Turismo is going to look better. Basically, in Forza Motorsport 7, I noticed when I play on my Xbox One S, the rearview mirror, things move slower when you're looking in your mirror, so that's disappointing. Now that goes away when you play on your Xbox One X. But on my basic PlayStation 4, when I'm sitting in the cockpit and the driver's side, obviously, when you look in your side mirrors and your rearview mirror, even on the PlayStation 4, the objects move as they should in the game while you're driving, and that doesn't happen in Forza 7 unless you have the Xbox One X, which is kind of disappointing. But when you compare the PS4 Pro, when you're playing on the PS4 Pro, you get a boost in quality. You get 1800p resolution, so you get a big boost in resolution than the basic PlayStation 4 Pro, 60 frames per second either way. So from what I can tell, a lot of the reviews are saying Gran Turismo Sport looks better than Forza 7, even the Xbox One X version, and I can definitely say that it's true when it comes to car details, like headlights, taillights, when you're looking in the dashboard in the vehicle, if you're looking at the dials, they look more realistic in Gran Turismo Sport, even on the basic PlayStation 4 version, than they do on the Xbox One X version of Forza Motorsport 7. But when it comes to resolution, you get native 4K on Forza Motorsport 7. So what that means is you get 2160p true 4K, 60 frames per second, and on PlayStation 4 Pro, you're only getting 1800p, so it's not native 4K. And basically all that means is the game is going to look clearer on the Xbox One X, so things in the distance will look sharper, the ground will look sharper, and as I mentioned, there's weather effects, so when you're racing in Forza 7, it can start to rain and thunder, which is pretty neat. Gran Turismo Sport doesn't have weather effects as far as I can tell, which is kind of disappointing. I believe there is a nighttime mode, and that's pretty much it. Whereas Forza 7, you have nighttime, you have daytime, time progresses as you race, and you also get weather effects while you're racing as well. Now, there is rally cars in Forza 7. There's NASCAR. There's Formula. There's even a semi-truck. There's so many different vehicles in this game. So when you compare the two, you just can't say one is better than the other. You know, you just can't. The PlayStation 4 Gran Turismo or Sony Gran Turismo has always been one of the best racing simulators. You know, it's more realistic, and even to this day, it's more realistic than Forza 7. But Forza 7 is still really a great game. If you do own an Xbox One, I would definitely suggest buying Forza 7. But if you own both consoles like I do, just buy both. You know, wait for them to go on sale and enjoy them both. There's no reason to holler and fight at each other and say, "Oh, PS4 is better," blah 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 blah. You know, that's just ridiculous. I remember back when the original Xbox and the original PlayStation 2 came out. People were bickering about how Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec was better than Forza Motorsport, and that's when Forza Motorsport first came out. And to me, that was the case. You know, I agree with them on that. But once Forza Motorsport 2 came out and Forza Motorsport 3 came out, then you finally got Gran Turismo on the PlayStation 3. So like for every Gran Turismo that comes out, there's probably at least 2 or 3 Forzas. So to me, there's a lot more content always in Forza, but you know, and as I mentioned, the racing physics and are more realistic, like the damage and whatnot. But that's basically what it is in a nutshell. One game has better damage, you can upgrade your cars, and the other game is more of a racing sim. So that pretty much, hopefully, puts all the fanboys, you know, to sleep. And there's no reason to bicker and fight about which console's better. Obviously, Xbox One X has the more powerful console, and the PlayStation 4 Pro has the least. You know, the console isn't as powerful as the Xbox One X, but they have a really, really good exclusive library. So I hope that helps you out if you're planning on buying either game. I know a lot of gamers tend to have a PlayStation 4 and no Xbox One, so just do yourself a favor and pick up Gran Turismo Sport. I would wait for it to go on sale again. It hasn't dropped since Cyber Monday. So Cyber Monday, which was the following Monday after Black Friday, this game was actually $30 at Best Buy, and I believe GameStop had it for $40. Now with Best Buy, you need your Gamers Club membership and all that. So it was $40 at basically GameStop. So wait for it to go on sale again. I don't think it's worth $60. Even the limited edition, I don't think it's worth $70. Even on Forza 7, I don't think that Ultimate Edition is worth $100. So I hope that wraps it up for you guys. This is more of a in-depth look at the cases and whatnot, unboxing. So if you have any additional questions for me, drop them below in the comments. I read my comments immediately. And I hope you subscribe to my channel and like this video, please, so it can gain traction. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.